Hello, 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 beloved souls. It's Twin Flame Tuesday. So happy Cancer season. Happy Summer Solstice, right? So many beautiful new energies coming in. Moving away from that air energy, that really mental overthinking of Gemini sometimes with duality, into our heart space, tapping into our emotions and letting that to be our GPS as we go through life. So curious to know what this means for the Twin Flame Collective because there's been a lot of karmic clearings, a lot of endings, a lot of shifts in relationships, a lot of breakdowns. Um, there's a whole lot going on. So thank you, angels and guides, for being here with me right now in the Twin Flame Collective. What do they need to know right now? What message will serve the highest and greatest good for this Cancer season that we just moved into? And the message of the summer solstice. Thank you. Okay. All right, we had 4 cards. Woo, baby. Yep. Let's talk about it. Like all control issues, like I said, we've had a lot of healing and clearings going on with the Gemini season we just came out of, Mercury going retrograde, right? And so here we are into Cancer season, which is about healing and um, deep emotions, nurturing, mothering, right? Like really gentle energies, but still waters run deep. So if you are feeling like you need to control everything, like you're the one always in charge, like you want to hold on so tightly, understand that that sense of control, that sense of I can't trust in anyone's opinion other than my own, is you not relinquishing your trust to the divine. It's you not trusting the path that you're on. This is you thinking that you know what's best, right? And most of the time we don't perceive our own best interests, right? Especially when there's another energy involved. So letting go of how we want this to play out and just surrendering to the process will be your saving grace at this time, right? Be in flow with the universe, like water moving downstream, right? And just see where you land, because the things that you're being shifted away from, the things that you're flowing away from, the control that you're asking to relinquish is for your highest and greatest good. This control issue reminds me of, like, let me see if I can do something. All right. No, sorry, give me a second. So picture, right, your hand, and you're holding on, and you're holding on, and you're holding on, and you're holding on, right? And the tighter you hold on, right, the more you're getting squeezed, right? Because although you're holding on tightly, trying to be protective, you're actually limiting yourself, right? Because when I'm holding on so tightly and I've had myself all wound up and all bound up, I'm even limiting my own mobility. I'm even limiting my own reach, right? My own capabilities. Because now I can't do all that I've done before the same way because I'm still stuck. So this is about letting this energy go and realizing that it's not serving you, right? It's hurting you. So letting go so that you can be free to do what you need to do, so that you have space in your hands and the container for the blessings and the miracles and the grace that the Most High has in store for you. All right. Again, all these clearings that we've been doing, codependency, right? Whether this is you or your divine counterpart, really just healing these issues, learning to be by yourself and being okay with it, right? Learning to trust in your own inner power, learning to trust in your own inner voice once again. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. For some of you, these are physical addictions, alcohol, drugs, sex, games, distractions, right? And for others of you, this is just really a lack of accountability. It's a energy of woe is me kind of pity party crap, you know? And you're better than that. You're better than those choices. And it's hard, right? Because I know that I was raised in seeing really unhealthy relationship dynamics play out. So it took me a long time to get to the point where I could see those lessons in my own relationships, right? So where you're holding on to a relationship that's not really healthy because it's just comfortable and familiar, or you're making excuses for people, or you're denying the red flags, or you're pushing stuff under the table, right? It's all of that stuff. just wanting something better than nothing, right? Not wanting to be alone, right? Scared of abandonment, scared of not being enough, scared of it's all fear, right? Fear. Doesn't matter how much stress, it's all fear. So this is just a reminder to you to learn to be good with you where you're at and to love on you, despite how it looks in the 3D realm. And this takes what? Forgiving and learning, right? Forgiving ourselves for the mistakes that we've made, for staying in situations too long, for not having faith in our own inner voice, for not having faith in the divine, right? And learning not only from our own spiritual lessons and experiences, but also from those around us, right? Like, I'm big on paying attention to other people's lessons, right? I don't need to go touch a hot stove and burn my hand when I just saw you touch the hot stove and burn your hand. So if you're like, hey, I just touched the stove, it's hot, don't do that, you might burn your hand. I'm like, cool. I don't need to go out there and do it myself and be like, oh, I burned my hand too, so that we have the same lesson, right? So wisdom is learning from others, right? Like learning the lessons from other people's experiences. You don't need to embody everything. I think it's really important for some of you to hear that. And as you clean up your energetic field, guess what you have? Look at the hands, open and extended, right? Because they have space now in their container for what they really want. So you you're being guided to let go, to heal, to release, to take a look at your shadow, to be accountable for your own stuff, to walk away from the things that are no longer serving you so that you have space in your container, in your life, in your energetic field for that which you really want, right? Your divine counterpart, the person that the Most High has in store for you. Ooh, give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. I love the fact that there's a masculine and feminine energy here, and although this could be the divine masculine, divine feminine, I see this as working in a relationship with yourself. Again, we're in Cancer season, healing, loving. I really feel like this is just a reminder for you to love on you, to give yourself that love. Love your masculinity, love your femininity, love every aspect of yourself that has brought you to this point because you got here for a reason. All right? Because it's solstice and we just moved into Cancer season, we're going to pull in some Earth magic. Also from the unicorns, so they had messages for everyone. So thank you. Oh my lord. Oh my lord. Oh my lord. Say thank you, angels and guides, and they just gave me like a book. Another one episode? No, alright, wow. Woo! Right. Wow, okay. So beautiful. Spring equinox, rebirth, new beginnings, new fresh starts. That's been a theme throughout all the readings actually for this new solstice and for Cancer season. So there's a lot of new beginnings coming in for people, a lot of healing. Again, we just released a whole bunch of karma with that Gemini season, right? We just dropped a whole bunch of painful lessons that we've had to really, really shift through, right? And so many of us have felt raw, broken, vulnerable, naked, right? And even afraid for a lot of it. But the areas that were broken, that were chipped away, were just all the ego, right? And so all that's left now is the fertility and the abundance of your soul. I love that. And again, yeah, see, we're clearing a lot of karma, right? Whether that's your maternal lineage, your paternal lineage, your karmic debts that you might have picked up in this lifetime, or even karmic debts from other lifetimes and from just again, your lineages. Like, you're doing the work for yourself, you're doing the work for your ancestors. So this is a big thank you from your ancestors for stepping up. But also, this is a telling that you and your twin are doing this deep inner healing, right? Twin flames are souls that were one that split in two in order to learn really deep life lessons and to come back together. And so that's where you guys are at, right? You guys are learning your deep life lessons in order to come back together in healing, right? And you're clearing away a lot of karma, clearing away a lot of these broken, distorted patterns of what relationships should look like, of what love should look like, of what this dynamic should look like. All right. And taking time for yourself, solitude. There's nothing wrong with that. We need to go into the silence in order to hear clearly, in order to clear our minds. We get so caught up in Hollywood's version of what love should be like that we're not actually tapped into what true divine love looks like, right? So you're being guided to just take a step back sometimes, and as you're doing your healing, as you're doing your clearing, as you're clearing your codependency, as you're learning to forgive and grow, as you're looking at the addictions and stuff in your life, like that takes time to yourself, right? And again, this is about you being really comfortable with you, right? Being okay with the quiet, being okay with being by yourself. And I know that's not always easy for people, right? Some people are they thrive off of social events and engagement, right? But you need to be one with your own energies, to be one with your own thoughts, to make sure those are your thoughts and not the thoughts of just all the people around you and the stuff that you're picking up in this lifetime. All right, bottom of the deck, my beautiful twin flames, whale, breach, right? One, whales with a beautiful song, so they speak to us in song. So music, song, voice activation is going to be really important. Again, with all this beautiful water energy, with the Cancerian season that we're in. But breach is about breaking through, right? That's what this beautiful rebirth is about, right? In the spring, what happens? The buds break through the ground and we start to see flowers, right? So that's this energy coming through for you guys with this healing, with this transformation, with these shifts that are going on with your dynamic. There's a new breakthrough on the horizon, a new bud springing forth, like the like harvest season is coming. You're being prepared for this next step. So for some of you, this is you coming out of the winter months and into your spring, right? Into your rebirth, your activation. You had to be really quiet. You had to be really dormant. Maybe you had to separate yourself from a lot of people. And this is a time where, because you've been doing all this healing, because you've been doing all this growth, that you're going to step forward and start speaking about your truth. Start speaking about your reality. Start speaking about that in which you've been dealing with and healing. So I'm feeling with all of this. Right? Another card. Wow. What did I just say? New beginnings. It's like a freaking what? A bud popping through the ground. Like that's this whole shift for you guys with this healing and this codependency. And for some of you, I mean, this is what you're still actively working on. But for many of you, that's what you've been coming out of. Like you just went through it. You were getting triggered. You were getting rocked. You had to really surrender to the universe. You had to really, really surrender to the universe and trust it. And with that surrender, with that trust, is coming new beginnings. And deep, deep, deep healing for you and your divine counterpart. Really deep healing. Really deep. See what the unicorns got to say. What is this? Let's not do that. All right. What's my beautiful twins? What do the twins need to know? Okay. Okay. Solstice and Cancer season. Got something for y'all. I take it. Wow. Accessing your gifts. Access your gifts. I think this came. I know this came up in another reading. I don't remember whose, but just honoring the darker parts of ourselves. Immediately, the message that I get here. Bottom of the deck. What is happening? New opportunities, new beginnings, spring, rebirth. Like, look at this. Declutter your life. Glimpse a magical doorway. Look at where you're going in your twin flame dynamic. Look at this. I love it. I'm like, oh my god, I'm so happy for you. Like, new opportunities. Look at the rainbow, right? So that's the promise of heaven. And look at how he's just walking out. No bags, no drama, no trauma, just flying, like just flowing. He just looks so peaceful. And that unicorn is there with that beautiful healing energy. So it's like, yeah, come on, this is a safe place. Look what happens when you leave the bullshit behind and you walk into the doorway, right? New opportunities. I love that for you. Unicorn portal. Focus your light. Listen for a message. Listen for a message. How do we listen? What do we need to do? We go into what? We go into the stillness and get quiet. The universe is speaking to you heavily and guiding you on your soul mission as an individual twin as well as on your path, right? For the two of you together. It's time to take heed. Refreshing oasis. I think this card has come out in almost every reading I've done. If not, it's been on the bottom of the deck. Nurture yourself, gather your strength. Nurture yourself and gather your strength. So again, but you being comfortable with you, right? In the solitude, in the stillness. This journey, this twin flame journey, is really a journey about self-love first and foremost, right? It's about loving yourself so fully, so deeply, so passionately that the rest of the world has to give that back to you, right? And so then you become a vibrational match for someone who is delicious and loving themselves and really passionate and creative and focused as well, right? Like what you're putting out, you're getting back in. So self-love is always the best love, because how could you possibly give to someone that in which you don't have, right? How can I love you if I don't even love myself? So just a reminder to really honor this, and to know that when you need a timeout and you need solitude and you need a moment to get your thoughts together, don't berate yourself of that. All right? You'll see in this card this beautiful green energy going around the torch. That's healing energy, right in our heart chakra. Like resting and recharging and rejuvenating is as much work as like getting up and going for a run 3 or 4 times a week to get your body in order. Like you need to honor and respect your body and honor and respect the messages that it's giving you. So if you don't honor your body when it's giving you its messages, you're gonna have to honor your body. So it's a matter of let me take a nap now because I'm feeling a little tired to holy crap, I'm in the hospital on bed rest in a freaking coma because I wasn't honoring my body when it told me I needed to rest to let me get it shut down. You know what I'm saying? Listen. Alright. Bottom of the deck, access your gifts. Explore your treasure chest. Accept who you truly are. Accept the darkness in you as much as the light. That darkness, and again, we're coming out of Gemini season, the duality, that's a gift, right? We're so quick to look at the dark and the shadow and be like, no, 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 I don't like that part. No, love every part of yourself, because God loves every part of you. All right, like what you consider to be light, what you consider to be dark, perfect. Your yin and your yang, your masculine and your feminine. It's time to bring it all together, because guess what? Our feminine energy is delicious and it brings in this nurturing, healing, intuitive essence. And then our masculine energy comes down and takes it and makes it physical and tangible and puts it out into this world. So we're needed on both levels. So it's about you tapping into that, tapping into your psychic self, and then allowing it to be birthed through you into your physical form. And that's what's happening with this dynamic right now. Like you guys are being guided to heal and to clear and to cleanse who you are individually, and so that you can get back together, so that you can hear the messages that are coming through, so you can tap into your gifts, so you can step on purpose with your soul, with your own soul mission and with your mission together as a twin. There's a lot of deep healing that's going to be going on with this solstice. And because of that healing, because of that release, so many new and better opportunities are going to be coming forth. So if you happen to be in a dynamic and you're not sure if this is your twin or not, right? Maybe this will be the time where you're finding out if this is a twin or if this is a karmic. And again, we all have lessons to learn and all have healing to grow. And if you're on your path of spiritual awakening and you're the person you believe is your divine counterpart isn't, guess what? You might have to step away, go back into your solitude, consider doing your work, so that they have a chance to do their work. And as much as we would love to help them out, let go of control issues, I get it, right? Because I'm Captain Save a Hoe too, right? As much as we would love to be there and support them, sometimes, how rude. Sometimes we need to walk away and give people the space they need to learn the lessons that they need to learn. So sometimes we need to give people the space and the grace to walk away from them, to give them the opportunity to learn the lessons that they need to learn without our guiding light there. And that's a hard lesson. That's a hard lesson for me, because I love people and I hate to see anyone hurt, right? But there's times where you just gotta focus on you. And right now, focus on loving every aspect of yourself. Fall in love with you again. Fall in love with you again. And watch the things that are going to transform. There's a new It's a new opportunity, a new beginning for your dynamic when you learn to fall in love with you. Not in love with the title, not in love with the show, not in love with, you know, the separatism of I'm a twin flame and that's a soulmate. None of that. Like falling so deeply in love with you and all that you are as a person, as a divine masculine or a divine feminine, and your gifts and your talents, that the world is just your oyster. Like that is where you're being guided right now. Do your healing, do your work, focus on you, fall in love with you, and watch the universe show up, because the universe has big things in store for you. But it can't give you these things if you're still being really codependent. It can't give you these things if you're trying to control everything and you're not trusting the intuitive promptings that you're getting. It can't give you these things if you refuse to learn the lessons that you keep going through. All right? I'm going to leave it there. I love you. God loves you. Angels surround you. And I'll see you guys soon. Later.